How's it going, guys? Kevin here. I'm super excited to let you know that I just released the latches for the SCX10.3. So this is for both the JLU and the Gladiator. Very similar to my SCX6 designs that came out first. So with that, I'm going to show you guys how to install them, how they work, and get you a couple different angles so you can check them out for yourself. Thanks for watching. Alright, so we're going to start off here with the JLU. So very similar to the SCX6 design. Just have pop in the front, pop in the back, and then with that, make sure front latch is clear. Body comes straight off. So to reattach the body, super simple. I always recommend, just like the SCX6, from starting from the front here, you're going to basically angle the front of the grill with the front just like you would normally, and you're going to push down and pinch in on the fenders. Once you get that in, then you just line up your body on the sides. Make sure both sides are in. Got a cable that's loose here, so make sure they're in the latches. And then once they are actually in the grooves the way that you want, super simple, just push down on the rear, and just like that, body is in, push down on the front, make sure that's all the way in, and then right there, you got your nice secure latch system. I don't recommend picking up the body like that because you still will pop it out a little bit on the sides here, but it can take a tumble, it can take a fall, and now you don't have to worry about those 4 really annoying body clips. So this is super nice for the JLU, so now I'll show you how the Gladiator works. Alright, so for the Gladiator, very similar, same exact latch in the front. In the rear, similar story that pops up. And then it's a little bit more challenging just since it's a longer body, but again, line it up nice and straightforward. Line that up towards the front, push those fenders in, make sure all your wires are clear, line up the sides. Sometimes you just need to finagle it a little bit. I find with the Gladiator it's a little bit more challenging just because the body's a little bit longer. Once you have that, you can either push in the back or directly on the bed and it will snap into place. And then again, push on the front, make sure the front's latched in, and then your clips are nice and latched in, and this thing is ready to go out on the trails. So with that, I'll show you guys the underside and we can take a look at each of these individual latches and how to install them. Alright, so as you can see here, this design, very similar, reminiscent of the SCX6 design. In the next step, I'll be showing you guys how to install this. This is identical for both the Gladiator and the JLU, like I mentioned. And then on the rear here, the Gladiator, this is different because of the different mounting solution. So there's actually 4 bolt holes here with some lock nuts, and that holds your latch in place. And then over here, we've got very similar license bracket mount, very reminiscent of the SCX6 here. Again, just a similar scaled down design. So with that, let's go to how to install each of these. Alright, so the first thing I did was take out each of the 4 screws in each of the corners, and then I just ran the screws through to basically just pop out any of the excess plastic that's on the back of these screw holes. And so now that I did that, I'm going to back the screws out so that there's clearance on the inside, and then I'm going to take my part, drop it in here, put my nuts in place, and then start to screw those down. Alright, so with that, we have it all mounted up, so you can see we have our nuts in each of the 4 corners, we have our bolts coming through a little bit, and our latch is nice and secure. So with that, we can now work on to the rear end. Alright, so the rear of the JLU here, there's 4 bolts holding on this rear license plate, and that is also connected to the area on the inside. So, pop this up. You're going to see that on the underside here, there's actually 2 large black pieces here. Once you take those 4 bolts out, those are going to come off, and then we have the posts here and here. You're going to unscrew those posts, slide this piece down, screw the post back in, and then screw this back to the rear of the license plate there. So make sure that your latch, the L there and opening is sort of facing towards the rear. And then this is what it should look like, just to give you a couple different angles of it. So once that's done, we can now put this truck body back onto the chassis. Alright, so on the back of the Gladiator here, it's going to be very straightforward. We're going to remove the 4 bolts that are on the back here in the bed. You're going to replace those with the 4 that are included in the kit, and just thread those right back through the same part. You're going to notice they're going to stick up. You're going to take your rear piece, place that on top, and then put the 4 lock nuts in, screw those down tight with either pliers, or if you have the appropriate size tool, use that as well. And then your rear latch is in there. And with that, we can now throw this on the truck. Alright, with that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any other vehicles or products that you think could use a latch system like this, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Always looking for new ideas for new products to build, new things to design. So with that, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video and you like these products, feel free to hit the like button down below. In the description, you'll find the Etsy links for where to purchase these things. And I look forward to seeing you guys out on the trail. Thanks for watching.